A German soldier pulled out a treasured chocolate bar and offered it to a French soldier. But the French soldier worried it might be poisoned. He gestured for the German soldier to take a bite first. After all, they were still enemies before Christmas. To ease the French soldier's concerns, the German soldier decisively broke off a small piece and bit into it without hesitation. Only then did the French soldier accept the chocolate and taste it. Shortly after, he returned the gesture by offering the German soldier a bottle of his own precious wine. A Scottish soldier nearby then took out a family photo and proudly showed off his wife's beauty to the German soldier. They laughed together in joy. Then they used flares as fireworks and began sharing food in the middle of the battlefield, setting down their cold rifles. They played bagpipes and sang songs in the center of the war zone, and under a chaplain's guidance they prayed together for their families. In that moment, the cold battlefield became beautiful in a way that seemed unreal. Had there been no war, they could have been the best of friends. After the prayers ended, Christmas was coming to an end. The new friends reluctantly said goodbye and returned to their trenches. A new day arrived, and they would become enemies again. The next morning, German soldiers were awakened by the sound of digging. They immediately got up to investigate. They discovered a Scottish soldier digging a hole. The Germans suspected they might be burying explosives and hesitated about whether to shoot. Just then, a medic raised a white flag and walked toward the center of the battlefield. He said his brother had been killed in an assault, and he wanted to use the Christmas ceasefire to dig a grave and bury his brother. At that moment, their officers also emerged from the trenches. The officer shouted, "What are you doing? The ceasefire could end at any time." Just then, the German officer proposed to the British officer to extend the ceasefire for one more day so everyone could give their fallen comrades a proper burial. The officers from all three nations gathered once more. After a brief discussion, they unanimously agreed that the war would not end anytime soon. They decided to continue the ceasefire and exchange the bodies of fallen soldiers. Afterward, soldiers from the three nations gathered in the center of the battlefield and began searching for their fallen comrades. Then they dug graves and buried them. Soldiers played bagpipes to honor their fallen brothers. In no time, the battlefield was filled with graves. They returned their weapons and organized the personal effects of the deceased. Later, the soldiers held a football match on the battlefield. Everyone gathered around to cheer for their respective teams. After the match ended, everyone sat around shell craters drinking beverages and even played cards. The battlefield had transformed into a brief gathering of peace. The soldiers longed for the war to end, and in that moment they realized that war was nothing more than a game played by politicians. When soldiers prayed together for peace on Christmas night, did anyone ever wonder who truly did not want peace? Follow me for a different movie story every day.